You won't believe what this FedEx driver brought us. You see this? This is the infamous water tank that we have been waiting for the past 2.5 months, maybe 2. And with this exciting news, we can finish the van. Finally! 3 months ago, we walked away from everything, family, friends, careers, to chase a dream and build our home on wheels here in America. We are Sarah and Dave, and we are figuring out life our own way. One screw, one sunrise, one crazy decision at a time. And now we are so close. The van is almost ready, Chase is ready, and the road is right there waiting. Let's go for it. Let's make a happy dance. So I took the 39-gallon water tank out of the box. It is the biggest water tank that we have found in the market. Took some time to get it because it was in back order, something like 2 months, but finally we got it. The first thing we're going to install is this water meter sensor on one of the 1.5-inch openings on the top of the tank. But they came closed, so we'll need to cut them and open them. Let's do that. So I'm not sure how exactly should I open it without plastics going in and possibly contaminating our water. So what I'm doing is just cutting with this knife, leaving like the corner still connected, and I'm taking a plier to hold it, and I just pulled it off. And it's not going to be perfect, like a perfect circle of a cut, but at least I can make sure that the plastics don't fall inside. But it is enough for the sensor to be inside and pass through. So what I need to do right now is to mark the holes needed for the screws of it, for the bolts it came with, drill these holes, and then we will connect it all together. Now let's put it in. It has this rubber gasket, and we have decided to put the cable to my left. Now we need to put them on. I believe it's better to do it manually, so I'll bring a screwdriver. Since it is plastic, so it probably doesn't need so much force. As you can see, I'm right. Now, in the gray water tank, I did a silicone bead around, so I don't know, maybe while we're driving, the tank will go side to side, the water inside might splash. Maybe they can go out here, I don't know. I just want to make sure there are no leaks, so I'll do that as well. Another thing we need is to make this tank breathable. So I bought this cap. It was pretty hard to find it, and it is actually the only thing that fitted, except of another option that the lead time is too long for us. So it has like a half-inch cap here. If you touch the inside, there is like a soft fabric to filtrate the air, and it lets air out and in. And that's exactly what we need, but prevents, like, I don't know, bugs entering our water system. This we're going to put right here. I just need to put a little bit of TPE tape on it. It says on the label of this Blue Monster PTFE thread tape that you need to do minimum of 3 wraps. So I will do 4. The water tank also arrived with some hardware. Part of it are these tabs to close all of the openings that came open. 4 of them are ½ inch and one of them is 3/4 of an inch, which we are not going to have to close because this is where the ventilation was installed. And we are also going to need 2 of the ½ inch open because one of the top ones is going to be for filling up the water tank and the other one is going to be for pulling water from the water tank, one of the bottom ones. So we only have to use 2 of these, one in the top and one on the bottom, because we have 2 tops, 2 bottom ones. Yesterday we bought our last piece, cut in half, of plywood for this build. Anyway, the plans for today are as follows. We are taking this out, of course, and we are ready to install everything that we need for our water system. Hopefully today evening we will have at least a full assembled water system. Finger crossed. We are not on time with our schedule, but yeah. To do that we have to take everything out, and I believe I can do a YouTube magic, something like this. Wait for it. See? Ready. So what are we going to connect today? The filter, and from the filter to the tank, to this port, this ½ inch port in the corner. Then the water is going to come out from here, 90 degrees through here until it reaches this strainer, then this pump, and then this accumulator. These 3 things are already connected together. Then the water is going to come out to that blue line on the one hand and go to the shower and the sink. And on the other hand, we're going to have a T after this accumulator for delivering water to the water heater. Alright? And also we're going to have water delivered to our external shower that's going to be right here. Okay? Here it is. And then from the water heater, we're going to have to connect to that T over there to deliver hot water to the shower and sink. And another T that's going to deliver water again, hot water, to this external shower. And another thing we've done yesterday is making this box to surround the water tank. It's going to be connected like so, and this from inside, this is going to be a little bit inside. I'm just holding it for now to show you. This is the connection for the external shower. That's another thing we're going to have to install, but it's going to happen, and it's going to happen simultaneously since stuff will have to be mounted to this wall, like our pump system and this filter system. So we will have to see how we do this. I'm now installing some ½ inch shark bite connector for our water inlet and water outlet. And with that we have everything connected, everything needed in the tank. And now we can start connecting all of the surroundings. Three days in a row in our last week of the build that it's raining. It says in the weather report that this is the last hour for the visible week of rain. So we might have an additional 4 to 5 days without any rain. Oh, and meanwhile we are doing a list. Well, Sarah is doing a list for stuff we need to buy for, well, to actually live in this van. Like sheets, plates, pillows,
blanket.
Yeah, cooking hardware, you name it.
8:01 p.m.
Dave, tell us what we are doing.
Putting rivets.
Why?
Because rivets hold the water tank to the van's wall, and they gave us a manual tool, which I knew in advance that it's very hard to use, but that's what we have.
So we removed the wall and the framing because we did all that before the water tank arrived. We saw that it prevents us from connecting it to the van wall. Yes, so now Dave is putting the Rivna. My biggest tip for van life build is to buy the water tank in advance.
We bought it in advance.
No, very, very in advance. Like before you buy in the van.
Before you buy the van.
Buy the water tank.
Yeah. Well, if we had to do more than 2, which we do, we need to do more under the van. So we will probably get a tool. Good. That's what I can tell you. You should get a tool for Rivet. It is too hard to do it manually. It can save you a few bucks, but it doesn't worth the hard work. Doesn't worth it. I prefer to. I would pay $100, really, maybe $200.
We finished now, and we didn't have as much as progress as we wanted, but I hope that tomorrow we will have more progress. And yep.
Thousands of tears later.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weirdest show on the planet of us trying to finish a van in a week. But we're missing parts. Anyway, we're trying to do as much as possible to figure out all the parts we are missing before we go again to the hardware store. What we are doing this morning is, on one hand, I'm continuing to assemble the water system, and on the other hand, Sarah is right now building or cutting the faces of our last three drawers. She's now cutting them, then she will have to paint them, and later on, hopefully this day, we will assemble everything together. We have connected the wall. Still have to do this face. We've connected it with some L brackets at the bottom part here and in the other side. This is still free, but when it's between the L brackets, it cannot move forwards and backwards. And now I'm connecting the outlets from the tank to the strainer, pump, and the accumulator combo. So that's our current situation. We've connected the tank with the pump and the accumulator with the rest of the van, and also to the water heater. From the water heater, I've started to connect all the hot lines. Once I'm done with this side of the van, I will start with the shower side of the van and with the sink. And after all of that, sorry we're not filming everything, but after all of that, I will walk you through exactly what is connected to what and how. And this, ladies and gentlemen, was the last cut of a PEX pipe for this build. Well, almost. We're still left with this fine. But yeah. Alright, so the moment of truth has arrived, and our water system is a closed system. What I mean by a closed system, I'm not saying it's done because the sink is not connected yet, but we have two valves there that are closed. The shower is not connected yet, but we have the shower valve that is closed. And we have this external shower that we can test. So I've already connected our water hose, our 50 feet water hose, drinking water hose, to the house water output. If everything goes smooth in this area, then we will be able to open this valve, all right, and start filling our water tank. Hopefully it goes smooth. Chasey 1 to Chasey 2.
Chasey 1? No, I'm Chasey 1.
No, I'm Chasey 1.
I'm Sergeant Chasey.
Sergeant Chasey, okay. I am Commander Chasey.
No, you cannot provoke yourself.
Okay. You can open the water valve.
Okay, opening. It's open.
Can you hear water coming out?
I'm not sure.
I can hear from my side. Well, I cannot hear nothing. But let's wait a little bit. I can see the pressure gauge almost on 20 bars. And it's not moving anymore. So that's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna open the water valve. Oh my god. I can hear water coming in. It's inside our filters. Just a second, don't be happy yet.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear water coming inside our water tank. Okay, our water tank is being filled. We're not going to fill it entirely, just to the line where the water output can reach. Okay, I think that's enough water. You can close your end. I'm closing mine. Alright guys, nerve-wracking moment, but it looks like that the input that we built for the water tank through the filters doesn't leak. So now I'm really going to connect the water pump to the electricity in a temporal way. We have a way to control it. We have the EcoFlow system, so we have a way to control each port, and the water pump is connected separately to anything else. We will be able to connect, to start it and turn it off through that control panel of EcoFlows. So there are two things missing for us to try the water system, the water pump. First, we need to put some pressure inside the accumulator. It says that it should be 30 psi. And the second one is we're missing a part under the sink to connect the sweet water faucet. The sweet water faucet to it, which means we need like to buy some sort of a T connection, 3/8 of an inch T connection. I'm not sure they're going to have one of those, but we're definitely going to search for it. So that's what I'm about to do. So I went to the closest hardware store and I bought a foot pump to pressurize the accumulator of our system. We have pre-pressurized before any water comes in. That's what the instruction says, to a little bit lower than 30 psi, which is the water pump's specifications. So you need to pressurize your accumulator to a little bit below that. Now, I've opened the valve for our entire cold water to come into the van. The under sink valves are shut off, the shower valve is shut off, and the valve to fill the water heater is shut off, and also the external shower is shut off. So everything is shut off. I'm going to turn on the electricity to the pump so it will start pumping water and pressurize all the system. And say hello to my little friend.
I am your little friend, or the GoPro is your little?
The GoPro. Alright, so here you can see we already name it pump. If I press it, you can see it's named pump. It's the only thing connected to this circuit. So let's turn it on and we should immediately hear the pump working. Alright, so the pump stopped its work. It means it's already with 45 psi inside. Now the pipes should not have water in them because they have air in them. So we should not see any leaks, at least from this point and above, because we can see that the strainer does have water now. So it means that the water should flow to the external shower.
Okay.
Is it open?
No. Open it?
Yeah. Alright, we can
Oh
feel
my god, it's scary.
it's doing some noises. Alright. Is it leaking?
No, it's
Alright, try to use the... Yeah.
Oh wow! It makes me want to do a shower.
Oh my god. Happens. Uh-oh. I think there is water here. So something about that. All of the PEX connections are fine, just the connection, this connection that is between the PEX and the external shower is leaking. I will check that and tell you what's going on.
2 very boring minutes later.
I've redone the connection, but now I've also put like some sort of a rubber ring inside of it. I'm not sure it's the right decision, but that's the tools we have right now, so let's test it again. And I've also disconnected the hot water line so I can do this to the other side if it works. So let's turn on the pump. Is it on? Yeah? Alright. Can you turn on the valve as well? To the upside. Alright. Now let's turn this on. And let's turn on the water. So it is pressurized right now. The water has been turned on. We're going to leave it like that for a few. I don't see water right now. I can't feel water right now. But we will leave it like that for some time. We're about to check if the shower drips or leaks or whatever. The system is already pressurized with water. We don't know yet where the water reached, but everything is for now dry. We brought a bucket because all of these pipes are going to be behind the wall, so we have not waterproof or closed nothing in our shower yet. So it works, that's for sure. Now that the water reaches everywhere, we will wait a little bit. We will wait a little bit for it to stay with water and pressure inside until we decide that we can continue with the build. Alright, I put here a napkin that is totally dry, and this connection seems totally dry as well. I redid this one in the same way as this one. Both of them have 7 threads left because it worked here, so I did the same here on this one. And well. We can test the hot water lines. We're going to do it, of course, without hot water. We're just going to fill up the water tank, the hot water tank, and pressurized it and have every connection tested. Let's open this. All right. And probably a lot of air is going to come out. Let's wait for the water. Here it is. The supposed to be hot water, which are now cold. Right, so the system is pressurized. Well, guys, those are great news. Except of the sink, everything was tested. Now, I will tell again, I don't remember if I already told you, but the reason that we cannot install the sink yet is because we need it off to drill a hole for the gray water drainage from the van to the outside, and all of that system is going to be installed from today and tomorrow. So first, wish me luck with that. Second, wish me luck with the freshwater system. I'm going to leave it pressurized for a while and take a look later and see if there is any drips around the connections. Now I gotta have lunch. So hungry. So before having a delightful lunch that Sarah prepared for us, it was delicious, I have left some papers around in locations that have dripped, like this one, or might drip. And I need to check that all of them are dry. So yeah, number one is dry. There is here in the sink, also dry. At the shower pan, future to be shower pan, everything is dry. And well, the system is still on and still pressurized, so if it hasn't leaked until this point, I believe we are safe to continue to close this shower wall and start waterproofing the entire thing. The first out of many. And we also put all of this under the sink. We have the gray water tank gauge, the freshwater tank gauge, and we made 3 buttons, one to turn off and on the hot water tank, and one to turn on the water pump and the gray water valve under the van that we will install in the next day. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Next time we will install the gray water tank and waterproof and finish finally the shower. Well, see you Friday or Saturday, who knows.